Good morning, afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine a valley carved like a wound in the earth, its jagged ridges slicing the sky, where every sound echoes like a trap waiting to spring. This is the coincidental, a place where death feels closer than the air you breathe. A place where SEAL Team Echo found themselves ambushed, pinned down, and staring at their end. But this isn't a story of defeat. It's a story of precision, courage, and a single pilot who turned the impossible into reality. Today, I'm going to take you into the heart of that valley, into the cockpit of an FK-18 Super Hornet, and into the legend of Captain Dana Prescott, call sign Reaper 6. Let me paint the picture for you. It's a hot, dusty day in Afghanistan. SEAL Team Echo, led by Lieutenant Mark Rollins, is on a mission to locate a weapons cache. They're battle-hardened, elite operators, but the coincidental doesn't care about experience. It's a natural fortress, a kill zone designed by geography itself. The team is ambushed, snipers on the ridge's small arms blocking their escape, and an RPG detonating too close for comfort. One SEAL, Bravo 3, is down, bleeding out. They're trapped with no high ground, no exit, and no time. But high above, a jet is coming. And the voice on the radio isn't the one they expected. It's Captain Dana Prescott, a pilot who wasn't even supposed to be flying that day. This is her story, and it's a story that changed everything. Let's start with the SEALs on the ground. Lieutenant Rollins, a veteran of 6 combat deployments, feels the weight of the coincidental like a curse. The valley's walls amplify every shot, making it impossible to pinpoint the enemy. Bullets kick up dust near his boots, and he dives behind a boulder, returning fire in controlled bursts. Over the comms, a voice shouts, "Bravo 3 is hit! He's bleeding bad!" The GPS tablet confirms their worst fear. They're in the middle of the valley floor, the worst possible place to be. No cover, no escape routes, just rocks and prayers. The ambush was planned with brutal precision. Insurgents had snipers on both ridges, small arms cutting off any retreat, and intelligence later confirmed shoulder-fired missiles ready to take down anything in the air. Rollins grabs his radio and makes the call. "Command, this is Echo 1. We need air support now." Static crackles, then a calm, measured voice responds, a woman's voice. "Echo 1, this is Reaper 6. I'm inbound. ETA 8 minutes. Rollins is stunned. "Where's Captain Whit, their usual pilot?" The voice explains. "Whit's jet is grounded with mechanical failure. Reaper 6, Captain Dana Prescott, is their only hope." The SEALs exchange glances. Corporal Reyes, crouched beside Rollins, mutters, "The rookie, we're dead." But there's no time to argue. The coincidental is a graveyard for aircraft. 2 Blackhawks were lost there in the last year alone. Its updrafts and wind shears make low altitude runs a death sentence. And yet, Dana Prescott is coming, and she's coming in low. Let's pause to understand the woman behind the call sign. Captain Dana Prescott wasn't supposed to be in the sky that day. She was a last-minute replacement, a pilot 2 weeks into active ops with a reputation for brilliance in drone coordination, but untested in high-stakes combat. When the alert klaxon sounded, her commander raised an eyebrow as she suited up. "You're volunteering?" he asked. "Yes, sir," she replied. "I know the coincidental terrain better than anyone in this hangar." 3 years of analyzing drone feeds had given her an intimate knowledge of the valley's deadly contours. She wasn't just a pilot, she was a student of the battlefield. Dana wasn't flying for glory or to prove a point. She was flying to save lives. In the cockpit of her FK-18 Super Hornet, she was calm, her hands steady, her mind trimmed to a single point of clarity precision. She knew the risks. The coincidental was a meat grinder with tight canyon spacing, natural choke points, and half a dozen man-portable missile launchers flagged by recent intel. Most pilots would stay high, dropping bombs from a safe distance. But Dana knew that wouldn't work here. The SEALs needed a surgical strike, and that meant flying low. dangerously low, through a valley that punished mistakes with fire and wreckage. Now, let's climb into the cockpit with Dana. Her FKA-18 screams toward the Corangle, hugging the treetops, moving so fast the valley walls blur. Her heads-up display HUD lights up with data ridge lines, enemy heat signatures, and a flashing warning of a potential IED blast zone. Altitude alarms scream as she drops to 200 feet, insane by any pilot's standards. Her AI assistance module begs her to pull up. She mutes it. The wind howls, dust spirals, and shadows hide enemy launchers. She doesn't flinch. On the ground, the SEALs hear a low hum, like distant thunder. Then, through the smoke and haze, they see her. A flash of metal, a contrail screaming like fury. The jet banks, inverted, slicing through the canyon at Mach 0.75. Roland's keys the radio. Reaper 6, this is a hot zone. Confirm you're clear to engage. Dana's voice is steady. ROE authorizes full payload. Confirmed. I'm locked and loaded. She spots the enemy first. A bunker on the eastern ridge, sandbags and steel hiding RPG nests. Her targeting system locks on, and she releases a JDAM, guided by laser and GPS. The bunker vanishes in a thunderous explosion, debris raining down the mountainside. Then, Fox 3. She whispers, launching precision, guided micro-missiles at enemy positions in the trees. The ridge erupts in bright bursts. A man with a shoulder-fired missile spins toward her, too slow. Her 20mm cannon fires, tearing the launcher from his hands before he can aim. But danger isn't done with her. A surface-to-air missile, SMM launches, its corkscrew smoke climbing fast. Dana pulls a hard right, her jet groaning under the G-forces. She drops flares, diving so low her canopy nearly kisses the rocks. The missile chases, then veers, detonating harmlessly in the trees. She's still in control, still precise. Against command's orders to pull out, Dana makes one final pass. A sniper team is crawling into position, ready to pick off the CLs. She locks on, releases her cannon, and obliterates their nest in a storm of 20 numbing rounds. The jet roars upward, vanishing over the ridge, leaving silence in its wake. No more gunfire, no more screams. Just the hiss of wind and the crumble of stone. On the ground, the SEALs are stunned. Reyes mutters, "What the hell was that?" Rollins, staring at the scorched ridges, replies, "That was Reaper 6. The valley, once a cacophony of chaos, is now quiet. Bravo 3 is stabilized, and a Black Hawk arrives to evacuate the team. The medics, expecting carnage, are shocked to find every SEAL alive. "We thought you were done for," one says. Then Reaper 6 showed. Rollins replies, "At Bagram Airfield." Dana taxis her scarred FKA-18 to a stop. The jet bears the marks of its ordeal: shrapnel damage, melted tires, a blackened stabilizer. She climbs out, calm as ever, and tells the crew chief, "Jet needs new tires." No fanfare, no glory. Just a pilot who did her job. But the story doesn't end there. Helmet cam footage spreads like wildfire. SEALs, aviators, and mechanics watch in awe as Dana's jet slices through the Corangle, dropping bombs with surgical precision. Colonel Davis, her commander, calls her in. "You ignored a recall order," he says. "You endangered a 70 million aircraft." Dana meets his gaze. "It saved 12 operators." He slides her a transfer order to an elite, classified squadron. "Next time someone underestimates you," he says, "let them stay stupid." The Corangle run becomes a whisper across bases, a legend told in hushed tones. To the SEALs, she's the angel over the valley. To drone operators, she's the jet that flies through walls. To pilots, she's proof that instinct can defy protocol. Her flight path, dubbed the Prescott Pass, is now a combat simulation taught to cadets. And in a secret corridor beneath the Pentagon, a single photo of her jet hangs. A testament to a mission that saved 12 lives without a single casualty. Dana herself. She disappears into the shadows, flying unmarked jets for Spectre Flight, a unit that doesn't exist. She takes on missions no one will confirm, saving lives no one will know are in danger. Her call sign Reaper 6 is retired, but the sky remembers. Years later, a young pilot named Collie Rhodes flies the Reaper Run in a simulator and whispers, "Damn," when she learns it was real. And somewhere, in a modest home in Flagstaff, Dana keeps a single photo, the one from the Corangle sent by the SEALs. It's not about pride. It's about proof that one pass, one choice, one pilot can change everything. Ladies and gentlemen, the story of Reaper 6 isn't just about a pilot or a jet. It's about what happens when preparation meets instinct, when courage defies the odds, and when one person refuses to let others fall. Captain Dana Prescott didn't fly for applause or headlines. She flew because 12 men needed her, and she delivered. Her story reminds us that heroes don't always wear capes. Sometimes they wear flight suits, and sometimes they're the whisper in the wind that turns the tide. So, the next time you hear a jet overhead, think of Reaper 6. Think of the valley she conquered, the lives she saved, and the legend she left behind. Thank you.